Welcome to another episode of In the Biz, where we talk about yung mga bizarre stories of successful business owners and business leaders. But tonight, we are actually celebrating the first anniversary of Plus Network. This episode is extra special because we will be looking into the story also of one very successful business in itself, none other than yung Plus Network. So the Plus Network actually started in 2020, right smack in the middle of the pandemic. So we'll be hearing a very inspiring story of how the whole Plus Network came to being and why it stands up to this day and what is up next for Plus Network. And that is really a true story of a bizcarte story from a very successful business leader in her own industry. The current Chief Enabling Officer or CEO of Plus Network, the first ever digital network in the country. Please welcome Miss Patricia Bermudez-Hizon.
All of our Plus. Thank you so much for, of course, supporting Plus Network and watching our content just like this one on Kumu. And we really appreciate it. We're happy to be celebrating and kicking off our first year anniversary, month-long first year anniversary celebration here on your show, Rap. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you for this. Is a great show for us to be able to do your story even, right?
Yeah, I'm really interested that you guys also really featured a lot of great people, and I'm looking forward to meeting all these people also and listening and of course being able to learn from their stories. But this is really what Plus Network is about. We're really all about giving a platform and giving a voice to people who need to also be heard and allow for them to also inspire with their stories. Some of the Plus Network programs that we've had really is aimed at helping people have a better mindset, really having a better way of living. And we always call it living the plus life. For us, it's so important to be able to share how we can actually improve the way we live. I love that you pointed out that, yes, we started out a year ago and it was in the middle of the pandemic. This is where businesses were folding and a lot of companies were actually, of course, being challenged because they weren't able to operate. But it was at that darkest moment that Plus Network came to be, and we feel that it was because of that darkness that we shone the brightest. When we started, we actually started with messages that allowed people to just be encouraged and even give them practical tips and advice on how to navigate through the COVID pandemic. At that time, not a lot of people really understood how to, for example, how to sanitize their groceries, how to keep their homes safe, and even keep themselves healthy by making sure that they protect their immune system. So we started really helping our community by being able to share with them tips that really was there to not just help them survive, but also thrive. Because from there, then we started talking to parents about how they can homeschool, how can they feel empowered at home, how they can pivot financially on a personal finance level, and all the other things, how they can exercise at home and keep their whole families healthy. All these things talaga were really aimed at making sure na we were giving people that opportunity para mas maging maganda pa yung buhay nila maski nandun tayo sa gitna ng pandemya. So we're really blessed to have been a light when, like I said, everything was so dark.
Yeah, that is so true. I mean, right smack in the middle of the pandemic, Plus Network rose into being and then really inspired a lot of lives of a lot of people who found themselves suddenly trapped in the middle of everything, trapped at home. And you've got all of that mental health issues starting to creep in, right? But Plus Network was there to really be with our people, with the Filipino people, and to hear more about why there's more meaning to life despite everything that's going on, right? And now, after now, it's been a whole year. I mean, wow, how time flies so fast, right? Where is Plus Network now after a year?
Well, we've established that we're the first a fully digital network in the country. And what that means is that we don't just create compelling content for our viewers. That also means that we're able to adjust and adapt and engage people and be able to create content based on what people want, based on what people are looking for. And that's really how we were nung umpisa pa lang. Tinitingnan na natin kung ano ba yung mga pangangailangan ng mga tao, anong hinahanap nila, ano yung mga pwedeng mag-uplift sa kanila. That's why we're digital, because we also use social media platforms and other platforms to be able to study and respond to what people need. So yes, it's been an amazing year. It's only been a year, but honestly, with all the hard work that the team has put into it, para siyang 10 years. Kasi
Yeah, actually.
hirap talaga. Imagine, we had to create shows, we had to create great content. We actually put together a network, a channel, and put all these really important facets in Plus Network during the pandemic. So, hindi kami natakot because, of course, hindi. Natakot din naman kami. Pero lumakas yung loob namin dahil alam namin na what we were offering was something that people really needed at that time. I also needed to hear the messages coming from our hosts, from the shows, and all that, because it really is a struggle. So that's where we are. We feel that we've really empowered so many people's lives. We really established great shows. We're on our second season already. We're in the middle of that. We're now on Kumu and other platforms. You see us all over the place. Katulad ng sinasabi natin sa Plus Network, we are where you are. So we actually want to bring the content where people are. Even here sa Kumu. That's why we decided to partner with this wonderful platform.
Yeah, and it's been amazing. I mean, we're just on the fourth episode for In the Biz, but it's been a real blast already. And it's amazing we're on the second year, right? Now, now that we're seeing, what's next for Plus Network?
Ang dami. Ang dami pa talagang plano ni Lord para sa atin. There's a lot of
Lots of
challenges to
that.
be faced. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges to be faced, a lot more stories to be told. You know, we pride ourselves in being great storytellers. We pride ourselves in being experts in creating not just content that will really touch the lives of people, but will also really impress and leave a mark. Visually, it's also something that's really good. You can see it with the content. And, you know, there's so much. There are great opportunities. Every door that we open opens up even more doors. So yes, we continue to create more shows on Plus Network. We'll have more personalities. We'll continue to also bring other shows that will truly help the people here on Kumu, because we're not just here to entertain, right? Katulad ng show mo, we are here to educate. So we
Yeah.
strive to continue to deliver edutaining shows. So ang dami pa mga challenges na kailangan nating harapin sa Plus Network. Pero with every challenge, right, through the crisis, dun tayo mag-thrive. So we're able to see opportunities there in these difficult times. And I know that Plus Network, because of our plans, because of why we really came about, hindi tayo papabayaan ng Diyos. Andyan talaga siya for us. And I think what amazes me about Plus Network is we continue to have really great people who also share our vision for Plus. Yourself, I know you mentioned Janina, who's watching. Thanks so much, Janina. We have MJ. We have, you know, so many great people. Our Seaworthy family. We have Chuck, Ael, you know, all of our different hosts here on Plus Network. We're so blessed to have everyone, and we continue to put in more people who will also bring forth those messages that will really empower people and really give the plus in their lives.
That is so true, and I really love what you said. That there's so much in store for Plus Network, and God will definitely not abandon us. Like what He said, nga, diba, in Hebrews 13 verse 5, "Never will I leave you nor forsake you." Right. So definitely, there's so much more. And Miss Pat, while we're anticipating what's next for Plus Network, what's your message for our audience?
Thank you. We just really wanted to say how grateful we are for the audience, for the people who have engaged Plus Network, who have been there to watch our content. Really, we do it for you. We do it because we know that us Filipinos, we're going through so much, but at the same time, we have so much potential. You mentioned about mental health. Yes, that's a serious issue that we also want to address. But at the same time, we want parents to be able to be guided on how to truly have a better household, to manage their children better. We want marriages to be uplifted and for relationships to become better. We want people to be better with their finances and to be better stewards of every resource that's given to them. There's just so much. Ang dami talaga na gagawin pa ng Plus Network para sa inyo. And that's because you guys give us the inspiration. So yes, the message is thank you. Thank you for the inspiration and thank you for the support. And I think being in the online sphere has truly allowed us to not just give you content, but to also be able to listen to you and to be able to hear your pains, your joys, and also your own stories. And those are the things that we will continue to tell. Thanks so much, everyone. Happy anniversary, Kaplas!
Happy anniversary, Plus Network. Thank you so much for that, Miss Pat. And definitely, I mean, it's really amazing with the story of Plus Network for its first year and being online. And that is so true. At Plus Network, we are where you are because it's all about to be more and be plus. Thank you so much for that, Miss Pat.